Hi guys! So in this lesson, I will be explaining what the basic economic problems in every society are. Imagine you want to establish a big company. To do that, you have to know what you want to produce, right? Of course. You also have to know how to produce and what you intend to produce. Again, you have to be sure about who you're producing for. If you're unable to answer these three questions, well, you might not be able to establish this big company you intend to. You see, every society is faced with three basic economic problems. These include what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. The question on what to produce is asked because of the limited resources available for production. And as we know, we cannot satisfy all the wants of people. Now let us imagine you want to cook a delicious meal. For you to do that, you have to buy ingredients to cook. And of course, no one has all the money in the world, so you use the money you have to buy the ingredients. The money you have is known as a scarce resource because money is not always readily available. Well, unless you're the richest man in the world. Now, when you're done cooking, you have produced a commodity. And this commodity that you have produced depends on the resources that you have. For every society, there is a need to understand the various factors that determine what to produce. The very first factor that determines what a society produces is the need of the consumer. Have you ever desired a phone? I bet that you have. You see, when producers know you desire a particular product, they tend to produce such a product. This is why phone manufacturing is high, as the manufacturers are aware of the huge demand from consumers. The income of consumers are also taken into consideration. When producers feel that consumers are earning really high, they may decide to produce a variety of goods in order to make them make sales. In a society, the cost of production is important for what is going to be produced. So, producers most times produce goods and services with low cost of production to enable them, make profits. A good example of a product with a very low cost of production in Nigeria is the local broom. Household items such as mop sticks and dustpans also have low cost of production. A second factor that determines what a society produces is how the goods are produced. How goods are produced depends on technology and the techniques of the production. The problem of how to produce involves the decision on the number of labor to be used and the amount of capital to be used in production, and how capital and labor are used in the production process. Let us take an example of labor and machines in a huge farmland. Do we use more labor and less machines to till the ground, or do we use more machines and less labor to till the ground? Now, the answer to this question lies with the producer. A third economic problem lies in who you are producing for. Do producers produce for the poor, or do they produce for the rich? This is one of the key economic problems in the society. In every society, who producers produce for are determined by the satisfaction of wants, the level of income, and the type of economic system in the society. Now, the knowledge of economics is extremely important in understanding how to solve all these economic problems. If you keep learning with me, you might find a solution to some of these economic problems. Isn't that interesting? Well, I do look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. Bye, everyone.